Now, Uganda's National Development Framework and global commitments, such as the universal health coverage and the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly these are SDGs, look deeper into health and well-being. We are here in Tororo to understand as well what is Tororo doing in terms of health to ensure that a number of maybe concerns or issues or some of these things have been resolved over time. But also, the people of Tororo, do they know some services that are probably being offered at the regional referral hospital or offered in the health facilities in their area before they cross over to nearby districts or before they cross over to head to Kampala, maybe to the national referral hospital? Do they know? So today we are here to understand and also tell the people of Tororo which services are being offered in their district that the district health team brings closer. Do we have VHTs to support people at the local levels? What is the state of health in Tororo? But at this particular moment, I would like to look at the office of the DHO to come here and give us a general overview, a general feel of what health stands for, of what health looks like in Tororo district. Honorable member, please come to the floor of the August House. And there were some of the concerns in this report that I'm holding here. Still, I told you this is a report on the implementation of government programs in the district, and it was highlighting some challenges, also some things that have been achieved. But it talked about the patient ratio, it talked about the infant mortality, maternal mortality, child mortality, low birth rate, teenage pregnancy rate. So how is the district supporting schools in sexual health and reproductive rights, still education, but also how are they dealing with the staffing gaps, the staffing levels, drug stockouts, blood shortages. So today we are going to understand what does the cycle look like here in Tororo district. Honorable member, it's good to have you there.
Thank you. Right,
I have highlighted
Speaker.
a number of things here in the report, but I would also like to know some of the projections. Sir, good evening.
Good evening, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you for this opportunity, and good evening, colleagues, honorable colleagues. Precisely, I would like to remind our members through you, Honorable Speaker,
Yes.
that health production and infrastructural development are inseparable. We have heard that the district has 4 functional abilities from the central government. I've also heard, we have also heard that some roads are not passable. Right, Honorable Speaker, Tororo district has a lot of challenges, majorly because of the connection with Mountain Elgon. Almost the largest percentage quantity of water for Mountain Elgon passes through Tororo. And it causes a lot of harm to the road, to infrastructural development. When people are talking about Nyamara, it is just because of that problem that way. How many times have we had schools closed? Now, it is my humble prayer that the local government sees to it that they increase the funding for Tororo district. Office of the relevant offices of the local government should be assisted.
Okay.
We also have major access roads. Madam Speaker, I'm requesting for 1 more minute.
Yes.
We also have access roads like Mountain Elgon Labor-Based Technical Center, which is under Ministry of Works, along Ginger Road, connecting Ginger Road. In that area, we have always registered a number of fatalities in terms of accident because of speeding trucks. We need to have speed humps on some of those roads. Currently, we have been having rains. You don't expect the roads to be passable. So the funding needs to be stepped up. And it is my prayer that we put our voice together so that the health department is not squeezed. The production department, there's no way a person will take the merchandise to the market when the roads are not good. So we need to step up those things in order to have swift accessibility to most of the health facilities, educational facilities, and generally overhead infrastructures.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
If you have a pressing concern, a pressing need, you can still put up your hand.
Thank
I'm
you
still
so
here
much,
for you. You're welcome.
Honorable Speaker and all members of Parliament. We are here with concern about health. Health concern is a responsibility of everyone to everybody. I remember DHO said the doctor-patient ratio is now 1 to 49,000. That is too much, meaning some people even die when the doctor has not reached them. But also, it has been discovered by researchers that the increasing ailments across Uganda is non-communicable diseases, which is nutritional related. What does it mean? We are also solely responsible to make sure by reducing the doctor-patient ratio, we need to start advocating to eat good food, healthy food. As the previous speaker said, you can't take away production from health and infrastructure. They move together. Today we all witness this, that there's a lot of consumption of chemicals in food, and no one is talking about it. You go to the market, tomatoes, they are just white, and you're convinced by washing you are helping it. No, the chemical has already been absorbed into the tomato.
1 minute.
I stand here, I'm from private sector. I work with Green World International Uganda. Our office is just at NSSF. We promote prevention of diseases other than waiting for treatment.
Okay.
We also encourage, since we are in the world of toxicity and there are certain things we can't do without, we are encouraging to inculcate culture of cleansing the body such that we can reduce the impurities instead of them frustrating the organs, and we end up with organ malfunction, which take us to the hospital, no money, and we end up dying prematurely. It is very serious.
Okay.
Gentlemen who are here, we see sudden deaths among some men going on because you are poor in self-care. You are busy working to support others, but you forget yourself. Today, I encourage you, every man who's listening to me here, please prioritize self-care. It is very important. You're the engine for your family, and when the engine is down, the passengers won't move. Thank you so much.
Engines, have you heard?
Then also,
For us, we are wagons. Yes, please. Granted.
yes. So we encourage everyone to be responsible such that we eat the right food. We show children the right food. Let us rear local hens, and we eat eggs with the egg yolk.
Okay, there is a submission there. Please
Yes.
listen to it and you,
I
so
would
that you can.
like to, Honorable Speaker,
You give her space so that she can, then you answer her.
I would like to inform the precarious speaker that much as men are the engine of their families, there are so many powerful, liberated, empowered women that have become
there we
engine of their families. And they're even doing better than men, I submit.
Honorable Speaker, you are very right, 100%.
Another engine has just passed.
And we cannot take that for granted. We cannot take that for granted, but because by nature, they are the heads of the family.
Yes.
You will
But
have to recognize them and support it.
also, I want to call on the women to also feed well,
Yeah.
because women also you carry babies for 9 months, and your body needs a number of nutritions to carry another life. So it's very important. Women, as they're calling upon the engines, yes, men, you're engines, you're going to run our
Yes.
families, but also women will call upon you to feed better. Thank you so much,
It
Honorable
is
Member.
very true. Now
thank you.
Mr. DHO about the VHTs and their concern.
Yes.
It is true they are doing good work. They are committed. And to excel in your commitment, motivation becomes the fuel. Since nutrition is now the genesis of most ailments, I would also request, if possible, you empower them, because nutritionists are very few in hospitals. Like every hospital, there's only one. Health assistants, there are few. They can't move all over. If they are empowered on nutrition, they can help the community so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to say that they realize that nutrition is also very important. All the children are born in the right way. But then the type of feeding we give to our children matters, more especially when they're still babies. That one really helps us to stimulate their brains so that they become good people. I'm Okot Peter, a retired head teacher, and right now I'm here with you. Thank you very much.
Anagenesis, formation of these body organs in the body, starts right away after fertilization. So just as the brain grows, just as the kidney grows, just as the liver grows, is a process underneath as a mother conceives and takes the 9 months of pregnancy. So even HIV setup, we have always given a period of breastfeeding, what we call exclusive breastfeeding, where you breastfeed a child entirely on breast milk and not supplement with these other meals that can cause corrosion within the mouth as a point of entry for HIV infection. So 9 months in the womb, 6 months of exclusive breastfeeding is sufficient enough to make this child have brain development to go to class, to compete, and win in an exam. Okay. Thank you so much.
I want the DHO to summarize their notes and get ready to come and submit, as well as the district engineer. But before that, I want to have the RDC.
Madam Speaker and dear parliamentarians, good evening. I want to just respond to a few concerns that were addressed here. One, I was actually going to respond about the General Hospital. It is true, my brother here talks about very, very pertinent concerns at the General Hospital. The General Hospital is supposed to take care of about 600 people of this district. And whatever magic we may want to use, that hospital is going to remain overcrowded. This is because of the ratio of doctors that we have elsewhere in the facilities, but also the kind of culture of people wanting to come to the General Hospital, even when their cases can be handled at their local facilities. The other thing that is also a little bit bitter to say is the usage of the PHC fund. The budget for PHC has remained very good simply because it helps us reduce on going to hospitals. But because some facilities are not putting good use to the PHC, and that's why you can see some of our VHTs are not catered for in that budget. I'm very glad that the VHT person here has brought it to the attention. If we had careful in charge, they would really make sure they facilitate the VHTs. Because in the end, they are doing the kind of job that is far much better than what the technical people will do. They do the door-to-door education, and sometimes they deliver packages to the people at their households. So we want actually to encourage the health facility in charges to make sure these VHTs fit within the PHC budget. And then, as a team, we have politicians here, we have the DHO and team. Let us use the budgets that we have. At the General Hospital, first of all, especially when you reach the waiting area, I'm not really nailing it to really make it bad, but we need to deliberately think on how we can monitor these services I talked about it when it came to the education department, but we want the health inspectors to be on top of their games. We shall not tolerate to wait for people in hospitals and health facilities. Let these people do their work. If you move around town, if you move around the hospitals, if you move around the health centers, there are practices which require the health educators and all the health inspectors to really perform their duties. Otherwise, we won't say that government is doing whatever it can. The budgets are coming, and then the partners. One VHT talked about the partners who are helping to give them stipends at the end of the month. We really value these partners who are helping the government. They are complementing the government. But on the side of government, I'm going to implore the DHO and the team to make sure the budgets that come from government are really carefully used. We should be prudent. We should be mindful of the people, because without very good practices at the health facilities, we are going to have our people die of diseases that can be prevented. Okay. I thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Honorable Member. And thank you for deliberating well on that particular issue of inspection. You're going to be there. I'm going to take a very short break. NTV People's Parliament takes a very short break. When we return, we shall delve back into the conversation. Stay tuned. So right now, I'd like to have the DHO's office, because most of the concerns have been coming through there. But one of the most outstanding for me, as a parent, maybe as a mother as well, is the issue of C-section births that they're saying are increasing on a high rate. And then other concerns can come in, and also the concern of VHTs, medical stock, drug stockouts. Please, let's start there. In a nutshell, you're going to be given 5 minutes, because there were many people who came through. So there you go.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and I thank you, honorable members, for raising very pertinent issues. I want to thank the RDC for raising his concerns. I would like to say that PHC is received and used well, although it is still inadequate, and it is not enough to span through to strengthen community health activities. However, there are good practices from some health facilities that are engaging VHTs and giving them some PHC stipend, depending on the activities they do. They do lots of activities, and they are given some little money. The best that can come out of us is, government would come up with some funding that is specific to support this community structure, so that at the end of the day, they are result-oriented. That would do us a great deal. So many issues were raised, especially on the ambulance. I agreed with you, and I shared with you that we receive fuel to support the ambulances. At some point, the fuel is inadequate because of the large clientele. And to a large extent, we request you for some co-funding. That co-funding is friendly. Hiring a special hire, you need to hire it, and it is time-bound. The ambulance will take you from your home to the hospital and take you for a referral to Mulago, to Butabika, and it comes back. I want to call upon the community to be cooperative so that we support each other, because this is what is available. When more funding comes, we shall be in position to help all at a go. Madam Speaker,
Nyemera Health Center, too.
We have had several medical camps, almost 6 of them in number, where we attract specialists to support our community. And to a large extent, these people have done a tremendous job, and we want to encourage you people to come. Like somebody raised an issue from Iolwa, that there is a lady who was leaking urine. We always have opportunity of corrective surgery in St. Anthony's Hospital here. We call it fistula operation. Please come, it is free of charge. Whenever you hear the announcements, come, we shall support you. But even if you're there, please come so that we can fix appointments in St. Anthony's Hospital, and then that can be done. In Nyemera, it is unfortunate that the ceiling collapsed. This structure has stayed there for a bit of time. We are glad that the incident happened when the health workers were not there and the patients. We pledge, in case of resources being available, we shall correct the defect so that we can have our structure restored. Issues of drug stockouts. I want to appeal to you, honorable members. The drugs that we order are calculated to the number of times you are supposed to visit a health facility. You are supposed to visit a health facility at least 1.7% of the time you are supposed to visit a facility. That means you go there twice. Ideally, you were planned to visit that facility once a year. But you frequent that facility to go for treatment, and you don't want to implement primary healthcare activities in your home, in your workplace, and where you live. I want to use this platform to request government to come up with express penalty on hygiene and sanitation so that it can bite. Imagine you going to buy a chapati by the roadside and you're seeing all the dust is settling on it. Then you buy it and eat it with the intention that you'll go and swallow drugs in the hospital. Is that fair? Government is protecting you, and you're the first person to protect yourself. Therefore, if we also came up with penalties, we are going to raise a lot of revenue.
Actually, they are burdening our resource. You're burdening our resources by eating bad food.
Yeah. Now, the VHTs have raised very many concerns. Some of them are above us. Once government takes interest into this, we shall be in position to implement the guidelines satisfactorily.
Okay.
I want to inform you, honorable members, that whenever we receive protective gears, they are equally distributed. Whatever we receive is transparently declared, and we also distribute them transparently. Recently, we received 2,200 pairs of gumboots. They were not enough to run the entire district because over years, we have been distributing different PPEs. There were jackets, there were umbrellas, there were bicycles, there were gumboots. This time round again, we received another tranche of gumboots. But of course, they were out. I am very aware of that. So we continue lobbying with government and other partners to support our gallant structures in the community. There was an issue of cesarean sections.
Yes.
They are quite high. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to save life, we must make a decision as medical practitioners. Once we know that your life is at risk and you cannot manage to deliver normally, we call it safe vaginal delivery. We have to look for a method that can save both the baby and the mother. Should we find that we give you the chance to push, then there's a possibility it can affect the baby and yourself. There are proportions that we allow. In fact, Ministry of Health says below 14% is allowable, but it is higher in urban areas, between 13 to 14%. In the rural setting, it is less than 5%. There is a reason as to why I'm bringing this comparison. Listen very attentively. The women who are empowered in the urban areas can prescribe, I want cesarean section. And they will push for it because there is what we call patient rights and client's rights. And we respect this under the World Health Organization. Some of the reasons or drivers that are pushing them is cosmetic. Cosmetic to the extent that they want to maintain their matrimonial home. They think that if they go for cesarean section, the path going home will still remain small, instead of forcing it so that the path is widened. You understand what I'm saying?
The empowered women are giggling. I
The
don't know
empowered
why, but
women
let's
push for
continue.
this so much. I totally discourage you. Leave it to us to decide. And we totally want to disagree and condemn the health workers who procure cesarean for ill motives.
Yeah.
That is unethical, and we condemn it totally. That should not happen, and we don't encourage it. Mama kits. The mama kits are free of charge in all our health centers. Should you get any whisper or rumor that so-and-so is selling them, usually our health facilities are proximal to the police post. Please report there, and we shall take action immediately. Let us take it for a test, and you will get the results.
Okay, finally.
Finally, I had over 30 concerns, and the time is short. The issue of HIV around urban areas. The prevalence rate of HIV in Tororo is quite high. We are at about 6.5% because of the transport corridor. So we, as the district health office, our dream, our mandate is to have everybody safe. Whether you're HIV negative or HIV positive, we are interested in preserving your life so that you can improve on your livelihood and continue with social development and economic development. What do? We are now doing targeted screening. We go to such communities, mobilize you, screen you. Should we find you're HIV positive, we link you to care in the health facility. If you are pregnant, if you're a lady and you realize your menses have missed for that month, come within 2 weeks to the health facility so that we give you a package of antenatal care services so that we can protect the unborn child and also preserve your life. The X-ray machine, we have an X-ray machine in the hospital which we use for TB diagnosis. We request government to support us with the X-ray machine for other diagnostic services. I have hope that this will be answered in the near future. And then finally and least, the issue of the private sector. Government allows public-private partnership, and there is some liberalization. It is very hard for us as the district health office to come up with standards of what the private health facilities offer. However, what we control are standards. They must conform to the standards of Ministry of Health. There we have no negotiations. But in case they cross over, please raise it up so that we can negotiate as consumer potential clients. That would help us to have a flat ground for all of us. Then lastly,
You have had like 4 lastly.
this is very touchy. Honorable members,
Very finally.
Chegen Health Center 2 structure was constructed in the financial year 2017-18. That structure. It was unfortunate that government came up with new guidelines in the financial year 2019-2020 and slapped a ban that no more health center 2s should be constructed. We would rather push our support and funds to health center 3 upgrades or construction of new health center 3s. Therefore, health center 2 of Chegen can be repurposed. This is a government installation. We can repurpose it, and Chegen Primary School can use it as staff quarters for the teachers, so that the place does not remain idle. I am very sure that the distance between that health facility and Kwapa Health Center 3 is less than 5 kilometers. So we cannot do any duplication at the moment. But the facilities, the sub-counties that are lacking health center 3s, that one is one of our key priorities to look up to. I thank you so much for giving me that chance.
Okay, now, finally from me, I want you to just make a call to people. I don't know how stocked your blood bank is at Tororo, at the main hospital, but usually when we sit and you're talking matters health, I put my voice to calling onto one. I request you to call people for blood donation and also sickle cell testing. Just wind up, that one is from me, 30 seconds, and tell them the beauty in sickle cell testing and the beauty of blood donation.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. We have blood banks in Nagongera Health Center 4, Mulanda Health Center 4, and Tororo General Hospital. For any emergencies, we always put as our first line priority to ensure that we collect blood from the Mbale Regional Blood Transfusional Center, and we are always having adequate samples. I also call upon you, please donate blood. Blood is not manufactured in any industry. It is not manufactured in chicken. It is you and me to donate. If you don't donate, you will not help another person. Sickle cell and hemophilia. Hemophilia is a condition where if you are cut, your blood does not have the capacity to form a clot so that it stops bleeding naturally. We are now preparing our health workers to begin testing children who are born so that we know their sickle cell status. But even you, feel free to walk into our facilities so that you can know your sickle cell status. If you are not married, if you are married and you have children, it is good to do screening. But if you are not married, it would be very important that you reduce the financial suffrage that you will incur in future. In case your spouse or your fiancé is having the sickle cell defect, please, you seek counseling so that you don't encourage that union to continue to produce children.
Okay, thank you. A round of applause for the honorable member. One thing that I've clearly seen, he has explained at least for every person who has come here. If you still have questions, he's still in the house. Later on, after the engagement, you can have a one-on-one. He's here and willing to deliberate. Mr. Engineer, you're going to come and tell us if you're seeing the potholes or you're not seeing them. And also you're going... That is a light moment, but thank you so much for being with us until now. Please come and give us some highlights, the Nyemera Road, the humps, and all those things in a nutshell. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Is that okay?
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Yes.
I think there were basically 3 or 4 issues. I will start with the one of Nagongara Road, where the potholes have. Even this morning, I also passed there. She was saying, "Did I see the potholes?" I saw the potholes, and the potholes are there. They have been there, and the plan is that the Ministry of Works, that is a national road. It is a national road, and it's a responsibility of Ministry of Works and Transport. And I have engaged the station engineer of the Ministry of Works and Transport, and he has confirmed to me that the ministry, from the bridge, from Robong Bridge, the ministry is undertaking a design for rehabilitating the section from the Robong Bridge up to the roundabout. So that is the information I can give you about the potholes.
Okay.
The issue of maintenance of community access roads and taking over roads from the sub-counties, Road Fund gives us the guideline the Uganda Road Fund, which is under Ministry of Works, the first priority for utilization of Uganda Road Fund is that the money, when we get the money, the first call is that you should undertake manual maintenance of district and community access roads. So my brother who was talking about the roads in Kwapa, that the roads have not been worked on, but they were slashed. The slashing is not by mistake. That is the first call for using Uganda Road Fund. It is part of the call of under PDM that when we get the resources of Uganda Road Fund, the money should remain with the people. The money should remain, we should use the money for manual maintenance. And so it is not by mistake that the Kwapa sub-county was undertaking the manual maintenance of roads in the sub-county. So the road which I think talks about, there's a road that talks about in the Kwapa Close. It is maintained by the sub-county. That is a community access road. It is being maintained by the sub-county using the Uganda Road Fund. So I think the point here is that there's nobody who is misusing the money. The money has been used through the first guideline of Uganda Road Fund. So there is no mistake there. The second one is about taking over roads from the lower local governments. As we talk now, I think I gave you an indication of how large the district road network is. The district road network stands at 700 kilometers. One of the largest, I think, the next one, I think, is Tuwakiso and Tungam. But the funding, Uganda Road Fund has been, we used to get 1 billion shillings under Uganda Road Fund 3 years ago. The money has declined, now we are getting 500. So, taking over the roads, the Ministry of Works, the guideline of taking over roads is that when the Ministry of Works allows us to take more, they allow us to take more roads from the district can also take over roads from the sub-counties. So we are now so far receiving requests from the sub-counties. We are going to compile that list, we shall take to the district council, so that if the funds become available, we shall take over the roads from the sub-county, like the one my brother talks about in Akadot, and also Nyemera, in the one of Kiguri in Iolwa Town Council, and then also Kwapa. So we are going to compile a list. If the Ministry of Works allow more funding, we shall upgrade the community access roads to district roads. But also that means the Ministry of Works also should also take over more district roads to national roads. That is the implication. Then the third one was about the humps. As we talk now, I was introducing my technical officers who are here. They are the ones who are undertaking the installation of culverts. The other gentleman was talking about, is it a culvert or a hump? So I don't want to accept constructing humps on the roads. I don't want to encourage the constructing of humps on the road. We should install the culvert so that when you are driving, you drive smoothly. In some circumstances, especially over the Iolwa area, the Iolwa area is a flat-lying, is a low-lying terrain, and many times to discharge water, they normally install the culverts towards the surface. Okay. The reason is that the water should flow, but when you try to excavate in Iolwa, the water has nowhere it is going. But the solution is you must provide the material to cover the culvert so that you have a gentle approach. That is what I can say about the humps. But the humps from now on, the technical officers have heard, we are not going to have humps constructed on districts and community access roads.
Okay.
I think that is all. Okay, maybe the other one was about Kwapa Road. Tororo Kwapa Road section from Nyangole to Kwapa. We are going to take the grader there during the fourth quarter, which is starting this month, which is now, today is the 9th. The 9th. So that means when we get fourth quarter funds, the grader will go to Kwapa Road as well.
People of Kwapa, we are waiting for the grader. A round of applause. And this time it is not, they said fourth quarter, next month. You see, People, you don't want the road. Please take the road to Nyemera. I had people are not even giving you a round of applause for the road.
Then the last one of my friend who wants to drive when he's sleeping.
Yes, closing the eyes.
The maximum allowable speed on our roads, maximum allowable on whether the road is very good, to whatever extent, don't exceed 60 kilometers per hour on the Maram rural roads. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. So those that are watching from home, be part of this conversation, because at this particular moment, I would like to welcome the cow of Tororo district. I'd like him to come and take the floor of the August House.
My name is Kiplangat Martin. I'm the cow Tororo district, local government. Then in the health sector, we have a number of government facilities, and also we have the private. But we are mainly offering the primary health care activities. We have a general hospital in Tororo, and about 2 other private hospitals. So all those ones are offering the primary health care services in the district. We have education, production. We are offering extension services to the people, although we are having a few issues here of staffing levels in the production sector. So we have a number of parishes I mentioned, and they are also doing a number of things, sensitizing the communities on development agenda, and then the current PDM now, which is in the district. For the PDM, we have over 55 billion, which has gone to the parish circles, and they have also been given out to the beneficiaries. So we have a number of people who have benefited from PDM. And so far, it is a success. And we have other services, tourism potential. We have profiled the district, and we are even still going to other sub-counties. We have a number of tourist potential, like our hill here and others. Then I know some people will come and will want to visit this site. Tororo is also having a border with the Kenya. The crossing point is in Malaba. And we are bordering other districts here. Bujiri, on the other side, Busia, Butaleja, Bali, and name it. I think for now, that is the district. We have worked on a number of roads, over 150 kilometers, and we also provide water. Our safe coverage is 75%, yes, which is higher than the national average.
Some concerns have been raised, but also there are a number of good projects happening here in Tororo. We have a number of interventions by the health department and also the ministry. We have health camps. We have all those concerns, yes, but we have a number of issues here that have been addressed today. So thank you so much for being part of this conversation. This is NTV People's Parliament. I would like to thank everyone who has taken part in this particular segment. Thank you, parents, thank you, teachers, and thank you all the other stakeholders. This is NTV People's Parliament. By the powers vested in me, I adjourn this house. Until next time.